Day by Day Kids Bible, Day 237. Birds' Food and Flowers' Clothes. Matthew 6:22 through 34, Luke 6:37 and 38. Your eye is like a lamp for your body, said Jesus. If your eye is good instead of evil, your body is full of light. If your eye is sinful, your body will be full of darkness. Light is supposed to be inside you. If there is darkness instead, then it's really, really dark. You can't follow two leaders at one time, said Jesus. You'll hate one of them and love the other, or you'll obey one and not the other. You can't serve God and money too. So I tell you not to worry, said Jesus. Don't worry about what you'll eat and drink. Don't worry about what you'll wear. Life is much more important than food. Your body is much more important than clothes. See the birds in the air, said Jesus. They don't plant food. They don't bring in crops. They don't save food in barns. God your Father feeds them. You're more important than birds. Can anybody make his life last an hour longer by worrying? Why worry about clothes, said Jesus. Look at the flowers in the field. They don't work. They don't make their own clothes. King Solomon had beautiful clothes, but his clothes weren't as wonderful as one of these flowers. That's the way God dresses the grass in the fields. The grass is here today and gone tomorrow. So God will give you clothes too, won't he? Your faith is so small, said Jesus. Don't worry. Don't say, what will we eat? What will we drink? What will we wear? People who don't believe in God worry about these things. But your Father in heaven knows what you need. Put God first in your life. Then he will make sure you have everything you need. Don't worry about tomorrow, said Jesus. Tomorrow can worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Why add tomorrow's worry to today? Don't blame people for what they do, said Jesus. Then you won't be blamed for what you do. Forgive people, then you will be forgiven. Give, and good things will come to you in return, said Jesus. You will get plenty. God will shake it up. Then he will push it down to make room for more. God will give you so much, it will run over and flow out onto your lap. God will be fair to you. He will give you the same way you give to others. The dust and the log. Matthew 7:1 through 14, Luke 6:39 through 42. Then Jesus told his followers a story. Can a blind man lead another blind man? Wouldn't they both fall into a hole? The learner is not greater than his teacher, but when he has learned everything, he will be like his teacher. Why point at a bit of dust in someone's eye? You don't even see the big log in your own eye. How can you say, let's get that dust out? You have a log in your own eye, said Jesus. First, get rid of the log in your eye. Then you'll see clearly. You'll be able to get rid of the other person's dust. Don't give dogs something special that is for God, said Jesus. Don't give beautiful pearls to pigs. If you do, they'll run over them. They'll mash them under their feet. Then they'll run over you too. Ask, and God will give you what you ask for, said Jesus. Look for him, then you'll find him. Tap on his door. He will open it for you. Everybody who asks gets. The person who looks for God finds him. The door opens for the person who taps on it. Let's say your son asks you for bread, said Jesus. Will you give him a rock? What if he asks you for a fish? Will you give him a snake? You know how to give good gifts to your children, so of course your Father in heaven gives good gifts when you ask. Treat people the way you want them to treat you. This is the whole message of the law and of the prophets. Go in through the small gate, said Jesus. There is a wide gate and a wide road, but people who take the wide road will be in trouble. Many people follow the wide road. There is also a small gate and a narrow road. This road leads to life. Only a few people find it. Good fruit and bad fruit. Matthew 7:15 through 29, Luke 6:43 through 49. Watch out for prophets who lie, said Jesus. They may pretend to be sheep, but inside they are mean wolves. You will know them by the way they act. What they do is like bad fruit. People don't pick grapes from weeds, said Jesus. They don't pick figs from weeds. Good trees make good fruit. Bad trees make bad fruit. A good tree can't make bad fruit. A bad tree can't make good fruit. Trees get cut down if they don't make good fruit. They get burned up, said Jesus. So you will know trees and people by their fruit. You can tell what they are like by what they do. Good things happen when good people are around, said Jesus. That's because they have good stored up in their hearts. But bad things happen when bad people are around. That's because they have sin stored up in their hearts. People's words come from their hearts first. Then the words come out of their mouths. Just calling me Lord won't get people into God's kingdom. People must do what your Father wants, said Jesus. Many people will say, Lord, we spoke in your name. We sent away bad spirits in your name. We did wonders in your name. But I tell them, I never really knew you. Get away from me. You do wrong things. Why do you call me Lord? You don't do what I tell you. Some people hear me and obey, said Jesus. They are like the wise man. They build his house on a rock. The rain came down and the river got high. The wind roared and beat on the house. But his house didn't fall down. It stood safe on the rock. Some people hear me, but they don't obey, said Jesus. They are like the foolish man. He built his house on sand. Rain came down and rivers got high. Wind roared and beat on his house, and it crashed down. People were surprised to hear what Jesus was teaching. He sounded like he knew what he was talking about. He didn't sound like any teachers they knew.